no, Robin, the penguin's right there. He's right be. Oh, hello, hi. I'm Robert here at Round Lake Area Library in Illinois, working virtually. Welcome. And I know I've been looking at the videos that are on Round Lake Library. I know I'm not as crafty and clever as Karen has been in her videos. And I'm not as peppy and happy as Yolanda doing her videos as well. Kudos to both of them. Check them out. But I was sitting thinking about what I usually do, and I tend to like Hoopla, the service. This time I was looking just to Hoopla see what they had, and I looked up Jefferson Airplane. And sure enough, there's a good portion of Jefferson Airplane tunes that are available. There's some 15 hits that show up for there. And I was thinking, I'm kind of a musicologist, just a geek. Jefferson Airplane had a spin-off group with Jorma Kaukonen, Jack Cassidy, and it was called Hot Tuna. And I thought I'd see if they were there, and sure enough, there's a lot of Hot Tuna there as well. Those are also worth checking out. And then I started thinking about tuna, and I think it's been like half an hour since I've had something to eat, so I thought, why don't I make some tuna fish, have a sandwich? So I think I'll go ahead and do that. Here I got some tuna. This is just your generic tuna. Happens to be water. If you like it in oil, I guess that's okay. I just tend to prefer the watered type stuff. And I've already taken it out and kind of chunked it. After that, let me see, I thought I'd add, of course, mayonnaise. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, so to speak, make it kind of soupy, gloopy. In the process of doing this, I actually asked a crack squad of gastronomics how they made their tuna salad. My crack squad happens to be my friends on Facebook, so I looked them up and asked for suggestions. And first one I got was tuna. That was suggested by Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca, for overstating the obvious there. So I've got tuna and mayonnaise. And what else goes with that? A whole bunch of folks suggested onion. And I got here a great big white onion. This would be a little bit overbearing, a little bit dominant, I think. Same thing for a purple onion. So what I ended up going with, and what I usually end up going with, the green onion, which I tend to like. It's a little bit more subtle, easier to work with as well. You could cut this on the bias if you wanted to do something really fancy. This is just for me, so I'm just going to cut it into little tiny wheels. I was also thinking, when I knew I was going to put in a green onion, I looked up green onions on Hoopla, and sure enough, it's there. Booker T and the MGs. Man, that just really rocks. Check it out if you got a mind to. And pop in my green onion here. That should be good. Other folks were kind enough to suggest some things. Someone suggested relish, and I thought, I don't think I kind of want to add any relish, but I did add, what I ended up adding instead was a dill pickle that's already been kind of chopped up. That's courtesy of Michigan George. Thank you, Michigan George, for contributing there. Let me see. I knew it needed some crunch. A couple of folks asked for celery, which I understand is pretty common. I just don't think celery brings anything to the party other than the crunch. So I thought about a substitute, the ever popular radish, which I've already taken the time to dice one up. Looks like I've got extra radish. Quantities can just be pretty much eyeballed. I tend to like a lot of radish. I like a lot of crunch. So that looks like it's good going in there. Let me see. A few folks asked for mustard, but I want to particularly thank Tom for suggesting Dijon. Gives it a little bit of class, eh? That's Tom, nothing if not class. That's a fairly big teaspoon, a little bit more maybe. Looks good. Oh, give that a wee bit of a mix. And I've got tomatoes. Nobody suggested tomatoes. Good. I don't want tomatoes in my tuna salad. I don't know who would. Let me see. I also got a request for garlic. I thought garlic would be a little bit too pungent for this, but I like the taste of it. So what I'm going to end up doing is just sprinkling in a little granulated garnish. Or granulated garlic. Whoops. That's enough. A little goes a long way on that. What else do we have here? Oh. I'd like to thank Anita. She actually asked for horseradish, which I'm happy to have. I'm going to put in a bit. I tend to like things tangy. Obviously, this isn't a sweet kind of thing. Pop in that. And that looks pretty darn thick. It looks like it's got good consistency. I'm kind of happy with this. What else do we have here? Oh, Anita also asked for pickled jalapeno. That's not a bad idea. This is actually probably too much, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm living the dream. And we're almost good to go here. Probably the most important thing that I would suggest putting into your tuna salad: black pepper and turmeric, just sprinkled on. I think you'll find, if you do some research on a search engine such as Google, turmeric and black pepper, when used together, have an amazing assortment of health benefits. It's worth checking out and taking a look at. I often, even when I have just a hamburger anymore, or anything, I add a little pepper and turmeric. It tends to work really well. That's a lot of pepper. Come here, Dean. Try to add pretty much an equal amount of turmeric. Turmeric doesn't have much of a taste to it, I'm finding, which is okay with me, but still, it's health benefits. And we're good to go. Bunch of folks suggested lemon. I happen to have a lemon. What I ended up doing, I tend to find this works a little bit better. I went ahead and zested it. And I'm going to go ahead and pop in the lemon zest of that. That'll add a little bit of crunch too. Maybe just a squeeze of the lemon juice here. A few drops. That should be good. And I think we're pretty much good to go. With one exception, Tom H. suggested I have this on bread. I don't think I'm going to have this on bread. I think I'm just going to eat it as is. But if I was to put it on something, I think I would go with Kelly's recommendation that I add lettuce to it. And I wouldn't shred lettuce. What I would do is I would serve this on, say, a leaf of romaine lettuce. Pop a bunch in there, roll it up. That'd be actually an elegant thing to serve. And I think we're good to go. I also have a little bit of smoked paprika, or paprika, depending upon if you like it. Garnish. And I think we're in business. You know, if Jefferson Airplane were at Woodstock, and I started thinking about Woodstock, and Country Joe and the Fish are at Woodstock too, another fish reference. Looked him up on Hoopla. Country Joe's there. Hold on, it's coming. Really nice song. And then I started thinking both Country Joe and Jefferson Airplane were at Woodstock, and I looked up on Hoopla once again. I just searched for Woodstock. Sure enough, they have the soundtrack. They have the second soundtrack, the one with the rare type stuff. Well, I think we're good to go. This is the cream of the crop. I was thinking earlier, this would be the cream, and I looked up cream, and I looked up, well, what I ultimately ended up with was an album called Eric Clapton, Life in 12 Bars. Really nice thing, and it's got a little bit of cream to it. It's worth checking out. Eric Clapton, Life in 12 Bars. Well, I think that's just about it. And for me, it's lunchtime. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to watch the other folks. Also at the Round Lake Area Public Library YouTube. And I reckon that's about it. Have a good day. I know I'm going to. I'm about to have some tuna. Cheers. Thank you for watching.